Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Jay Barry Johnson. Today, I'm going to be doing an in-depth discussion about the Blood of the Dead trailer that came out today. But this came out yesterday when this video is coming out. But I'm doing this in-depth, doing it as quick as possible. I went through the trailer piece by piece, looking at little frames, not every frame, but like through the significant parts that happened in the video. So I have an analysis of what's going on through the trailer, and I kind of have my own theory up to what Blood of the Dead might be and what future maps may be if they're going to be doing one map based on IX and the other Titanium map. I legit all the time I forget about that one, but maybe there'll be two storylines, two maps that are coming through. I don't know, probably not, who knows. But in the background you guys are seeing the trailer, but I don't have any music about it because it's copyright or whatever. I don't really want to get down, but I will be showing little glimpses of parts in the trailer that I think are pretty important. So let's go into this video about Blood of the Dead and what I've seen through this video. There's a lot of points I've made, but we're gonna go through this and see what we have. So as we're going into the first part of the video, you guys see a good glimpse of the whole map of the Mob of the Dead. Now, this Mob of the Dead is not like a remake, like a perfect 1x1 remake. It is a remake plus added on with some more stuff, like more story. As you guys see, the crew. I think this is the crew from Zetsubo no Shima. This is a crew from Zetsubo Shima. When they came from Zetsubo no Shima and they teleported really quickly, they went to Mob of the Dead. This is the crew right here that went there to Mob of the Dead. So it came back, and so this is this crew. So as you guys see in the wide angle, you guys see the Mob of the Dead, the whole map of the Dead. You see the water tower. Maybe Sniper Tower is possibly returning. Maybe it's upgradable. We don't know, but I feel like the Sniper Tower is a huge part of the map, which like not a huge part, but just a huge mechanic of the map that a lot of people remember. So it has to return or something. It has to. I mean, it's like I wouldn't say iconic. Most people really didn't use it, but I mean, it's there and it's pretty cool. And I mean, with a new area of the map, it probably will cover more of the map. So who knows? Maybe it will return. As we're going on a little bit past, you see Takeo laying on the ground, and you see the dog right around near the starting room. If you played Mob of the Dead, right around the starter room, you see the first dog. Maybe the Hell's Retriever is turning, or maybe the Hell's Redeemer is returning. Who knows? Maybe they not. I mean, as you go through the trailer, you do see these dogs are lighted up. We didn't see a glimpse of the Hell's Retriever, so it may not be in there. I feel like it should be as a fan favorite, but who knows? Maybe there's some other thing that thing does. Who knows? So as I talked with before, you guys saw there's a new area on the map. The new area, this little new area right here, that's totally on the back end. The whole Mob of the Dead is based off of actual Alcatraz, and then when I looked at this, it looks similar to another building that was on Alcatraz, it was called the Industrial Building. I don't really know. It literally is called the Industrial Building. I did a little research in between it, but it's the building that goes. Actually, I'll show up a map right here of the actual map of Alcatraz. It's behind the whole prison area where the playground area type is, and it's where they made, as you can see in the trailer, at least like a barracks type deal, or like machines and stuff. It's where the factories were and where prisoners made money and stuff like that. So this is a whole new area back here, so I'm guessing there'll be machines in there, couple levels on there, and then you guys see the whole lava pit in between there, which we'll be getting back into that later on. It has significant, of course this is, but it kind of goes back through there, and I guess there's a couple layers in there. You go in there a little bit. It's just a whole new area, and it'll probably be really nice to go visit. Like, I feel like this map is going to be pretty darn huge. I mean, Mob of the Dead is already big as it is, so who knows what's going to be there. As we continue and we go through this, you guys see the lab here with Rick Toffin here, the lab where the transit crew is. I think it's Victus. I want to say the Victus crew is. So they're laid down there and they got the blood from him. And I think he's reading through the book or trying to figure out something. He might be reading it from Norman. Who knows? But the Victus crew is frozen. Maybe they have something to do with the Easter egg. We don't know. We don't know yet. Literally a day away. I'm so hyped for Black Ops. So really hard to play these maps. All 4 of them I will be doing confidential. And other maps will be doing in-depth trailers. I feel like confidential will be coming out later today, or as the time this video come up. So who knows? I might do that on the exact same day as it's come out. So I guess we see confidential announcements later in the day. So I'm really happy on that. But you guys see, we see the transit crew laid up in the frozen. Gosh, get my words out. A little bit on, literally the next scene over, we see Tank chilling in the warden's office, and in the background, we see these bottles where this is where Speed Cola was. Regular Speed Cola. You see these little perks and things. Maybe they're just there as like a sort of Easter egg, a small Easter egg with what's there, but you just see Tank chilling in a chair, and it's kind of cool to show because Warden's office is there and he's in there. So, you know, maybe there will be a Blundergat Easter egg with the Warden's office again. Who knows? If the Hell's Redeemer or Hell's Redeemer are returning, we might actually see that. So this is where my theory begins. This is where I think the whole thing, the whole Easter egg might work out. This is my theory. So as you go through this video, you see Rick Toffin and the other crew are struggling off the island. They're very worried. They die. They die, but they always come back. Well, they don't always come back, but they seem to not die, and they seem to get into this cycle. And as you guys saw in Mob of the Dead here, there's a cycle of you getting 2 pack-a-punch, getting to the bridge, and then having to die to return back, and the cycle just continued over and over and over again, and it just seemed to never end. But in order to break that loop, you either had to kill Weasel, or I think Weasel kills the other 3 players, so the cycle to be broken or the cycle to continue. So no one escapes alive. I think the only way these guys can really escape off the island is truly die, or make up for their sins or something like that. But it's sort of, they have to die, and you guys see this in the trailer later on, as Nikolai accepts death from the zombies and sits there and dies. So maybe their Easter egg, we have to die. We have to die in some sort of sense. They kind of get rid of those, and then get rid of those this crew of players. That's where their story ends, to push on to the other crew members. And as you guys see here, you see Nikolai holding a chronomium. This is the book that holds all the storyline zombies, everything that will happen and can happen and has happened. So he's holding that book. It was given to him by the other Rick Toffin. That I don't know. They came from Revelations, I think. I really can't think of a crew. I have to really brush up on my zombies lore, but they came there and they gave them the book, so they have that there. And I just got a little thing to show you that he was holding a chronomium. As you guys see here, MC has Weasel's hat. Weasel's hat, was it Weasel or Sal? Not Sal. It was Weasel's hat. You guys saw it in Revelations. You guys could put on the hat, but we never know what that thing could do. And I guess this hinted towards the remake. So I mean, I guess that does tie in. So you see that Weasel's hat does tie into the map, and I mean that totally makes sense of what we picked up the hat for. Was that it to the Blood of the Dead, and Blood of the Dead was actually going to happen. As you move on, okay, so to the next scene, you see Rick Toffin holding this picture that I really can't make out what it is. I cannot make out what he's holding in his hand. It looks like a sort of superhero, like devilish or something like that, but he rips that in half. Maybe it's like the comics that was on the poster. It was in the wall that I don't really know. I don't really have no idea what that is. Maybe until we get to the map, we'll find the significance of that. Maybe it will have something to do with the Easter egg. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's just something. But he gives us this paper, and I mean, I think it holds some sort of. As you guys see here, the warden returns here, and he's brought some new friends. He has some doggos now. And as you guys saw in the trailer, I think it was Takio gets attacked by dogs. So I'm thinking when the warden comes, he brings his dogs, and the dogs come after you, sort of sense. But he returns on. He's a little bit of fierce enemy. He's iconic. I mean, who doesn't like him and his little quotes that he has. As you can see, the warden carries Takio off up in this scene, and he throws him off into the water. So he kills Takio or something like that, and he throws him off in the water. Characters have to die, sort of sense here. And continuing on my theory here, you see Rick Toffin grabbing at the wall with the No Way Out painting on it. He's wondering, he's up here screaming, wondering why is there no way out? How exactly can you find a way out of this island, this damned island that he cannot get off of? So I guess this ties into the Easter egg of having a way to get off the island, and you truly have to die in. So I sort of looked at this trailer, and I looked at it a couple times. I was like, this is making some sense. This theory that I have sort of makes sense. I don't know if it ties into what's actually about to go on, but this is my sort of theory what's going to be going on with it. As you guys go going through this trailer, you see Nikolai throwing a zombie into this trap, this sort of chain trap that whips around and kills zombies. This sort of thing, I think it's in the new building, the new factories building, where that is. So you see the walls, the windows, and the bags, and I mean that's something we haven't seen before in the regular map. So that is there. So we'll be seeing that new trap in the game. Now here is something that I have. You guys remember Gobblegums from Black Ops 3? I think this may be the sort of new Gobblegum type system, the sort of enhancement that the players will be able to get. There are these machines. It may be a perk. Who knows? I'm thinking this may actually be a perk, but who knows about that? But this emblem looks sort of like the Arms Grace. Not Arms Grace. The Always Done Swiftly. It looks legit just like the Always Done Swiftly Gobblegum from Black Ops 3. So maybe the Gobblegums return as sort of potions type thing, sort of elixirs in this new system, because Monty's probably not here yet, because they haven't seen Monty yet. So maybe this is the new perks, or the new Gobblegum system, like potions you can drink in the game that gives you sort of bonus, but this is always done swiftly perk that basically makes you aim quicker or shoot when you're running. Also, electric cherry returns here. You guys see electric cherry is electric cherry. We all knew it was gonna be returning, but you know, sort of sensitive that it just shows that it. But the electric cherry returns, and it's always good. It's a fan made, it's a fan favorite. I mean, I love that perk. It does electrical barrier around you, and it kills zombies around you. So I mean, it returns. It's fun to see. And continuing on with my theory here, we see Nikolai getting chained up by good old Wardy boy. Big boy, hardy boy Warden getting chained up above the lava pit, the lava river, or something. Get chained up there, and I guess he after this he gets his like mentally broken and he starts accepting his death. So I mean, maybe all the characters have to get killed by the Warden. So far we did see Takio, and then also now Nikolai getting chained up, getting killed in sort of sense by the Warden. Here is a look at the new perk machines. I think these are going to be the perk machines going to be showing up in it. I have no idea. Maybe these are the sort of cobblegum machines that have the elixirs, but I can't really make sense out what that perk is exactly. It's just a new perk sort of potion. It just says life through something, so maybe the quick revive. I don't know. Something like that. We know the old perks are not returning, so it's gonna be some type of new system that's gonna be coming through. So who knows what these are, but that is the first look at the machine that we guys just seen. And the gauntlet returns. Of course, the gauntlet has to return, and something that's iconic to the map. The gondola, you guys can sit there and camp up there on the gondola and move it back and forward. I've never really like camped there hard. Well, yeah, I have. Minigun, ray gun is still that ray gun Mark II. So I mean, it returns. It's fun. It's a nice little ride. It may go somewhere else, but it still goes to the dock. So it's good to see the old gondola returning. The other stuff, fanfares that return. So it's good to have that. As we see here, we're back in the kitchen here, in the kitchen area here, where people train to get their high rounds, and outside where the MP5 used to be. That is the acid trap. The acid trap returns again. Kills the zombies. A really good trap. It spreads out this wide area, and it's acid that falls in from the sky and kills every zombie that goes through. Really good for high rounds. So I'm happy to see that return. But I feel like this kitchen is gonna lead to the news area that leads to the back area. Thinking in a sort of sense of how the map is laid out, so this is probably gonna lead to the catwalk, which we see in the trailer as well, and sort of how like Revelations had it, with the whole you had the kitchen area, but that led up to the jump pads. So I feel like the kitchen probably won't be trainable again. It'll lead off to the catwalk, which will lead back to the new industries area. So I think that's how it's on the map. I have not played the map, so but if it does, I'm gonna be pretty hyped to actually guess that. Pretty right, to already kind of know the map. And it won't be Blood of the Dead / Mob of the Dead without the Blingat. The Blingat returns here. This is the upgraded. I think this is the upgraded version of the regular one, the non-acid cat version. But this is a Blingat returns. So it's cool to have that. You get two of them. If there is the Easter egg where you can get the second one, you could have the acid cat and then the upgraded version of the Blingat. Never really used like more than like 2 or 3 times ever. Whenever they get the other one, so. It returns. It's good to see that, because that is like, you can't have the map without that. It's gonna be super high rounds with that weapon. Now, when I first saw this segment, I thought with the explosion that maybe it was the RPG tower or something. Maybe this is an acid grenade or something like that, but I highly doubt that. But with this explosion, I mean, it is on new gen consoles, so this could be the acid gas explosion. So maybe it's a lot more to it instead of just a lot of acid gas. But you can guys see the little green stuff is on the top here. So maybe this is the acid gas ability, because you see all the zombies are huddled together. They're not necessarily looking at a player, they're just kind of in an area. Like how when you shot zombies with the acid gas, they sort of group together and not like necessarily looking towards the player. But I mean, it returns, and that just means that the acid gas ability is there, which we knew it was going to be there. The Blowing Gat was not going to be in there. It's going to be in there definitely. It's sort of a little showcase if you guys missed that. Continuing on through the trailer, this is something I kind of think of. Oh wait, I actually didn't even see this looking through it, but you guys see a dog location on the top right. So maybe that's you spawn near the spawn room, and that first dog is still there. But since the lab area isn't there, then yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's new dog locations throughout the map. And maybe there's multiple dogs. I did not see that dog up there going through that, but there's multiple dogs throughout the map. This seemed towards the catwalk-ish area where the docks are. I mean, or outside towards the warden's office. If you look towards the warden's office out through the map, it sort of goes back towards the new area, but I didn't see that. I did see was that perk, the insta kill there. Like I was thinking maybe like these oldish maps have the old perks or something like that, and maybe the new drops, or maybe the same drops will stay. I don't know. You know, I'm really thinking about it now. It probably doesn't really make that much of a difference. The dog up there. Huh. I think that dog is, yeah, the dog is about to eat that zombie too, so maybe we will see that in the health anymore. I don't know. I didn't even see that. Wow. As you guys see here, you see we're in the warden's office here. You can tell because the fan trap's there, and also you see the electrical box in there, which I don't think there's an afterlife system in this. I don't think there really is because we don't have the characters. Well, we don't have the old story, so maybe afterlife does return? Question mark? Does it? I don't know. If it does, we will find out. But I feel like it will not, because the mechanics of this map is gonna play totally different to what the Easter egg might be. I mean, if it did return, it'd be alright. But I feel like Turek would do way better and just not have the afterlife system in there. But it's a fan trap. There's a little fan trap that returns in the board's office. I don't understand why the heck you would have that trap in his office. That's sort of really freaky. Why you have spinning blades in your office, but I mean, who knows? It's there. As we move late through the trailer, you guys see Nikolai. Well, no, it's Tank actually. Tank. Maybe Nikolai. Not Nikolai. Takiel holding the flamethrower. Maybe there's a flamethrower attachment on guns, or maybe there is a flamethrower gun now. But you guys see, he's holding a flamethrower and he's shooting at the zombies, and also the minigun returns. Not as a power-up, I bet, but as an actual weapon. Mob of the Dead, you can actually have a minigun. I mean, that thing was the meat shredder. The meat shredder, I think, would tear through zombies, literally. But it was a good gun up to a certain round, and I mean, it was alright. But we actually got our hands on a minigun for the first time through the Call of Duty series. So I mean, like as a regular weapon instead of like a power-up. So minigun returns. You get to see that again. And I don't know if many people saw this, but literally a frame later, you kind of hear this bass. I don't think many people saw this. I haven't saw anything on Twitter about this. But Tank, that might be actually Richtofen. I don't know, I can't tell. It was such a blurry thing, and I literally caught in like 2 or 3 frames. But you see the Ragnarok's return. You guys see the electrical field that goes around him, and you see him holding the Ragnarok. So those return. I didn't even, like, going through this video again, I didn't see it through the trailer. It's like a split second. So the Ragnarok's return, and they are usable again. So I mean, maybe special weapons will return for each map. But they really weren't useful. Only really useful specialist weapon was the Ragnaroks, and I mean, they were key towards the Easter egg. Maybe they will be key towards this Easter egg or powering it back. As we get towards the end here, we see Nikolai finally accepting his fate. He stumbles his way on to the gate, to the prison door, and he doesn't know where to go, but he just sits there and he thinks, maybe I should accept this. And he holds himself open and he lets the zombies attack him. So maybe the only way our characters can make it off this island is to die, and they just have to die. They have to accept their fate of what is going to happen and just die, because they're probably meant to die. Like, they're not meant to stay alive through the storyline or through the paths of the circles. Maybe they're not meant to live because at this point the universe isn't fixed by Monty yet. They barely even know who Monty is at this point. They know that someone, well, I don't think they know if someone's been helping them, but some special being has been helping them through their journey, and I guess they just accept their fate and just return off. But that's my final point here. Through we go. After Nikolai dies, Richtofen goes up to the river of lava that's near the new factory, or in the little new area. Sticks his hand into the lava, like a freaking G. Pulls out a crystal in his hand and looks at it. Now, I'm thinking, this crystal could be part of the fire staff, the actual fire staff. As we remember in Origins, those staffs were copies. As Samantha said, the staff were copies from his father, Max's. So maybe through these DLCs, we're grabbing crystals as a sort of sense and giving them to make the actual stabs. Because as we see after Revelations, Monty takes the characters and returns them back to Origins, but they're holding the stabs. And I mean, Blundell did say that the stabs were returning in Black Ops 3, I guess to look. But in Black Ops 4, the stabs will be returning it once more as the ultimate form, the ultimate forms of what they are. And maybe they'll have new abilities. They still have the regular abilities, but they'll be way stronger. Who knows what these things could do? But it's sort of my theory. Maybe the crystal could be something else. But if my theory is right about us getting crystal to create the actual stabs, I'm gonna come back to this video and be like, wow, I'm a freaking G figuring this out. Like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking this could be what it is. But I don't know what you guys think. Tell me later. This video is already pretty long here, but I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys like my theory, my really in-depth analysis about this video. I had a Dead trailer going through the background. Hope I don't get charged strikes about that, and a couple things running through. But I'll leave that if you guys just liked and enjoyed this. There'll be tons of Black Ops 4 content coming on my channel in a couple days. Pack punch guides, trailer, well, probably a trailer analysis if they release the add-on for classified, maybe that, and then a lot of Easter eggs. I'll be doing Easter egg hunt, but I won't be streaming until like a while till I get better. Now we'll stream to have crisper internet, but I will be doing full Easter egg guide, solo guide when that comes out. I might be first to come out. I might be first in the world. Who knows? I don't know. But I'll be most likely sticking to classified. I'll let other players play the other maps right now, but I want to stick to classified. and Blood of the Dead. If they complete the other maps, I mean, so well. But these are going to get unlocked till Friday, so we all get an equal chance. But leave a like, subscribe for more Black Ops 3 content, Black Ops 3 zombies, Black Ops 4 content. So see you guys later. Peace.
Blast out, it's gonna be